In our trader rundown today, Scott Bauer of Trading Advantage joins us now to lead the way in the market action. Great to have you here today.
Always a pleasure to be here, Ange.
And you are smiling, and that's because this market has been wild for traders, and I know you're really enjoying this.
It's about time, right? I mean, we went through 3+ months of kind of sitting around and you know, the VIX just at the bottom end of the barrel and the market no movement, and now it's, you know, there's some excitement, there's some volatility back, which always makes for some decent trading.
What is the market telling you, if anything?
You know what, it's not telling me a lot other than there's finally a little bit of uncertainty here. Now, you know, I do think that we're kind of off the fundamentals, so that the news of the hour, the news of the day is really kind of directing the markets now, which really makes for some uncertain times.
Definitely the Fed has a lot to do with that.
Absolutely, the Fed, and if you're watching the bond market especially, you know, that's got everything to do with it. The Fed comments earlier in the week and what we're going to see next week, you know, the market's on edge right now. I expect that we're going to see some heightened volatility. I'm not saying that it's going to keep going up like we've seen, you know, earlier in the week and the last week, but I think mid to high teens, certainly, at least through the, you know, any sort of announcement next week.
Well, Apple has been taking investors on a wild ride. What do you think about that stock?
You know, boy, did it act unbelievable yesterday. You know, it was the only stock in the Dow that was up, and it wasn't just up, you know, pennies or anything. This thing was a powerhouse, and I only can imagine what it would have done if the market, you know, was actually up on the day and not gotten absolutely annihilated. But the news that came out that this was the not only the best-selling upgrade of the iPhone, but it blew away, you know, last year's upgrade. It blew away all expectations. That kind of took everyone for a surprise, and I really think it made the shorts go running for cover.
I think you're exactly right. Wall Street analysts were not big on this iPhone 7, but the people are speaking.
Absolutely. I ordered mine.
Oh, very good.
I did.
Now, would you buy this stock at these levels or wait for a cool off?
You know, it was real interesting. We got to a very, very intricate resistance point yesterday, 108.75, which was the high of the day. The stock backed off from there, but really held in here. And I got to think, Angie, that, you know, short run here, if the market turns around, or even if the market settles down here, Apple's going up probably 2-3% in the next couple weeks from here.
That's a good one to watch. What about Oracle? Oracle has earnings coming up this week.
Yep. And the stock looks really strong. You know, traded right down to some significant support, and it really looks strong going into earnings here. And you know, Oracle doesn't move a ton on earnings, but there is some heightened volatility here. The market's expecting, you know, 5-6% move here, and I really see that move being to the upside. And 42.5, 43.5 is really where I see the stock going after earnings come out.
Thank you for coming on the show.
Always a pleasure.